Oh, okay. Oh my god, guys. Guys, this is gonna be so good. You know why this is gonna be so good? Because I have been so good. So good. Come on, Banana. Yeah, let's get in the frame. I feel like Banana's like that little kid. Like, it's like I'm his mom, and this is like the child that doesn't want to show up for pictures at school or whatever for picture day. And he's just smiling even though like he's dying inside, you know? Like, can't you guys see that just a little bit? Like, just the Japaneses. Okay, anyways. Oh my lord, guys, I'm actually so excited for this video. Today we are going to be talking about the art of operating out of alignment, because I think that this is something that has really transformed my life recently. I honestly have never in my life been this happy. Yeah, it has been so good, honestly, like so good. And the past 2 weeks have just been so beautiful and so transformative. It's been beautiful. So I'm here to talk about that today, guys, because it's just so good. But anyways, no more yapping. I honestly just want to get straight into this video for you guys to just get all these juicy little tips, tricks, and lessons in the quickest way we can do it. So number one, guys, starting straight off the bat, is going to be to listen to your intuition. Now, the other day, I was talking to this guy, and we were kind of like getting to know each other, and we actually used to know each other. In fact, like if you're watching this, like, but anyways, we knew each other about like a year and a half ago, and things had ended at that time over something like really weird and small. I honestly look at it now and I'm just like, we just weren't meant to be, you know? But anyways, we started talking again, and we went out on a date, and we caught up and stuff, and this guy checks off everything on the boxes. Like 6'5", has a good job, financially stable, has good friends, is about to be living on his own, like so many things that I feel like so many people would look at and be like fucking dying over and be like, oh my god, that's crazy, beautiful. But for me, honestly, I was not feeling it. I was not feeling the spark, the connection. I was not feeling just the genuine interest in wanting to progress this even more. And I was talking about it with some of my friends, and they're just like, why? Like, oh my god, like, he's so good. Why don't you just give it a chance? Like, he's attractive and he's doing all these things. And I honestly just stood there and I was like, because my intuition is screaming at me to just go, to cut this off. Like, I don't know if it's because I could just sense something, or if it's just that our energy was not compatible, because like this guy's a fine guy, didn't do anything wrong, didn't do anything that's a major red flag. I mean, there was a couple things in the conversation that I was like, all right, this is gonna be fun. But anyways, and it was the craziest experience ever yesterday, waking up in my bed, and I was reflecting about my entire life, and I was feeling amazing about everything. I love life so much right now. I have such great friends. My job is going so well. My work is progressing. My career is going up, and I feel like I'm the most beautiful I've ever been. I just went shopping and got all these amazing clothes that I love. Like, life is just great right now. And then all of a sudden, the thought of this guy came into my mind, kind of adding on top of that, and immediately, guys, I was cackling because I was sitting there in my bed, smiling, dreaming about life, being so happy about everything. And then immediately the thought of this guy came into my life, and the thought of if I progressed this in our future together, and that smile faded so damn fast. And my life has felt so amazing recently that I have something where it immediately lurked me, triggered me, made me so kind of just repulsed. I was like, interesting. My intuition is giving me a sign to not go through with this. And honestly, I told myself, I was like, I have been listening to my intuition so much recently, and my life has never been better. So to start denying it now, because rationally I look at things and I'm like, well, what if it gets better? Or what if this is just the early stages? Or what if blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. I was like, my intuition is saying no, so I'm saying no. And then I left. So yeah, the lesson here is to listen to your intuition. Your intuition will never drive you wrong. If you do not feel like something is genuinely serving you, if you do not feel a genuine pull to something, that is a good enough reason to leave. It really doesn't matter. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to defend yourself to anyone, even yourself. If it is not matching what you want in your dream life, that is a good enough reason to go. Okay, there is millions of other fish in the sea. There's millions of other job opportunities. There are a million more friends that you have yet to meet. It is okay to go, okay? And I am here to validate y'all and to say that, okay? On another point of acting out of alignment, I wanted to say is acting for your future self. There's a lot of talk saying like act from your future self, and I love that. That is just as amazing as a point. However, I wanted to say act for your future self. Someone was talking to me and they were kind of venting about this embarrassing experience that they had gone through, where they basically got told by our manager that they smelled like BO, and it was really embarrassing for him, and he was really like kind of struggling with it, I could tell. And he asked me, he was just like, well, what if that happened to you? Like, what if you went through that experience? Like, wouldn't you be so embarrassed? And I honestly stood there and I was like, no. to, and there was two reasons. Number one is the less empathetic reason, but it is basically that I would never put myself in that position. My skincare and my self-care is like a 15-step ritual to make sure that I always look, smell, and feel amazing in my skin no matter what. Now, on the contrary, I also live in Arizona, and here it is a fucking oven half the time. So yes, stepping outside, we begin to sweat, we begin to see like the little creases in our armpits get a little scary in the summer, and it is not always enjoyable. So with that, yes, you could say that there would be body odor, maybe there would be some type of repulsive smell, but honestly, I am the type of person where everything is so light to me. I don't take anything seriously. I've studied the spotlight effect in psychology like to hell and back, and honestly, I've just learned to not take it personally. If someone made a comment saying, oh, you kind of smell like crap today, I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. I know it's literally been so bad. Have you felt the weather outside? Like, I would make it into almost an authentic, real bonding experience that we would both end up laughing about. And yes, in a professional setting, that can be difficult sometimes and it can suck, but at the end of the day, it's one day, and then you learn your lesson, and then you realize, oh, okay, that was bad. I need to make sure to bring a little fan with me, or some extra water, or change of clothes, or some deodorant, or some extra cologne, anything of the sorts, and then you move on. You don't need to sit there and wallow in that, because that's not going to make you feel good. You were meant to have that experience for your alignment, for your higher purpose, so that you could learn about it, so that you could then move forward, okay? So making sure that you do things that kind of prepare you to be your happiest, healthiest self. This is another thing, is acting from delayed gratification instead of instant. This to me was a life-changing topic because I had never heard this before. Almost anything that immediately gives you satisfaction, like smoking weed, drinking, like eating junk food, binge watching that new Netflix series that just came out, hashtag Stranger Things, I'm so excited, is typically not acting for your future self. Now, these things are not bad, and I am about to get into a living life in balance, divine masculine and feminine like point in a minute here. However, when you decide to exclusively act for your future self, meaning delayed gratifications, things that are not always comfortable and enjoyable in the moment, but serve you so well moving forward in the future, delicious. What do I mean by this is that think of like the gym. A lot of people hate going to the gym. They think of it as like this kind of repulsive act where they're gonna get there, they're gonna be sweaty, disgusting, exhausted, fatigued, blah, blah, blah. But how do you feel when you are done? Those endorphins release. All of a sudden you feel great in your skin. All of a sudden that body dysmorphia is a little less than it was yesterday. Oh God. All of a sudden you just feel better. You know, you walk out of the gym, you feel powerful, you feel so much more confident, you feel like, yeah, I just did that. Things like that build up over time. You will get to the point where now you don't even really have to be doing these delayed gratification tasks 24/7 to even feel like that anymore. You will begin to naturally feel powerful, confident, sexy, so assured in your own skin. And that's the point. When it comes to alignment, you need to put yourself in the path of being aligned. You need to put yourself on the path of doing what it takes to do so that you can live your dream life, so that you can feel aligned in your own skin, okay? Another thing is to protect your energy. I am so cutthroat with things that are not serving me, and I will literally cut things and people out like that. Now, that is not to be a threat and say something that is almost scary, because in reality, I'm really not cutting people out left and right. Like, it is maybe once every half a year that I will cut someone out and be like, yeah, I don't think this is working. And even then, it's more of a distance. I don't really believe in burning bridges, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I am so cutthroat with my energy. If something is not serving me, I do not care. It is out. It is gone. There is no limiting beliefs here. There is no resistance. If I am at a place within my friendships, within my work, within my life, and I know that this is somewhat of a privileged perspective, but I have the luxury to cut it out and still move forward, okay? And there is at least something in your life that may not be serving you right now, that you might be feeling like, do I need this? Should I still be doing this? Is this really serving me? It does not matter. It is time to cut it out, okay? I am here to tell you guys, cut that bullshit out. Because as well, when you cut things out that are no longer meant for you, that are no longer giving and providing that luxury, that alignment, that feeling of safety and happiness in your life, you cutting that out is an act showing the universe, showing God, showing yourself that you are allowing something new to come in. And because of that, you now open up this space in your life to where something even better can flow in, to where you allow yourself to attract this new life, this new experience, this new person into your life. When when my ex broke up with me, and I had also lost and had a friendship breakup like a month before that, I was so alone and I had nothing. However, the entire time though, I was not spiraling, being like, oh, I'm so alone, no one loves me. Like, yes, it was hard at times. Yes, I was sad, and yes, I was struggling and processing. However, I knew that someone and something even better was about to come in. every single time it happens. I now have closer friends. I have now gone on so many dates, and I am living a life of so much more abundance than I was previously. And if I had stuck and held onto those relationships and those friendships, I would not be anywhere near where I am today, and I would be depressed, okay? So going off of kind of protecting your energy and just cutting things out or even allowing new things in is realizing that not feeling a burning passion or a desire or even an inch of resonation, like you don't resonate with something, is a good enough reason to leave. I was talking with my friend the other day, and she's in this relationship where they have been dating for about 1 month, but they've been talking for a total of like 2. And she was telling me that she just doesn't really feel aligned. She doesn't feel like there's this passion. He is such a great guy. He buys her so many things. He takes her out on nice dates. He's a genuinely good person who cares about her and wants to get to know her. But her, on the other hand, she feels so guilty because she does not feel the same. She does not really care about this relationship as deeply. She's not as intensely into it. She's not as, I don't know, like interested in the guy, I guess. And she was telling me that she just feels so bad about that, but she's going to stay. And I honestly told her, I was like, girl, you not feeling these intense feelings, yes, maybe in the future you might change. Maybe you're, what is that, like demisexual, where you just feel more the more you get to know someone, blah, blah, blah. But there's also a certain line that you need to draw where you need to realize, are you not feeling a passion and intense desire in this relationship because you are so used to hot and cold toxic behavior that having someone that is stable and secure is basically just not feeding your nervous system and you don't really feel that love and passion, is it? Or is it because there is something genuinely missing here? Is it because there is something that does not make you feel aligned, does not make you resonate with this, and because it is not actually serving you in your highest good? If it's the first one, then yeah, I would say stay in it and like try to learn how to, you know, reciprocate unconditional, stable love. But if it is not and is genuinely something that is not serving you, then figure out what that is. Figure out what it is that you truly desire and then talk to him about it. See if he would be willing to give it to you, or if it is something that you guys can work on, or let him know that that's something you are working on at least. And then if not, leave. Okay, because honestly, yes, guys, not feeling a passion or not feeling something that is burning deep inside of you is a good enough reason to leave, because you really have to look at things like realistically. If you were to stay in this for another year to 5 years and you are not feeling that, you are going to regret all the time that you spent staying in that relationship. However, if you leave and you are therefore alone and it is uncomfortable and is this little bit of distance, but then you do find the thing that is meant for you, you are going to be so damn grateful. You are never going to regret leaving and trying to find something new, but you are always going to regret the time spent staying in that toxic or relationship that just wasn't really serving you. Okay, now this for me, I think was also one of the biggest points that really made it all click for me when it was living my life in alignment. Because now here's the thing, in 2025, I was in my hustle, grinding, career, working era for literally like the first 6 months of this year. Okay, now there was a lot of reasons in my personal life why this was, but I genuinely was just in such a routine. I would wake up at like 6 a.m. I would be journaling, meditating, filming, working on my projects, reading books, and then I would like go to class, and then I would come home, go to the gym, do all these things. And honestly, I wasn't even that happy. Like, it honestly got to the point where I didn't even feel that much passion for the gym, for my projects, for my routines. And I was like, life kind of just feels dull right now. But I was getting and doing everything that I was supposed to be doing on society's terms, in my own mind. You know, I was really grinding and rising, because for me, discipline, like, I had been doing some of these things for so long where discipline wasn't even the problem anymore. It was literally just my consistency. And I was like, yeah, I just do it every single day, you know? But I recently really started to kind of be more lenient with my lifestyle, with my living, in the sense of kind of more of my divine feminine energy. And so that's what I was going to talk about. Divine masculine versus divine feminine. Divine masculine is the take that you need to be hustling, grinding, working hard, achieving your goals. Beautiful. We all love that. That's great. Divine feminine now, on the other hand, is enjoying yourself. It's relaxing. It is being sensual. It's kind of living intentionally, being creative, kind of just having fun, doing recreational things just for the point of to enjoy them. There's no monetary benefit. There's no physical benefit behind it. You are just literally living your best life. What the hell? Chill. Sorry, guys. My dogs are like currently dying. No. Who wants a treat? Oh, I said the word I shouldn't have said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay. Anyways, before I got interrupted by you, yes, by you need to be able to balance the hustle with the spontaneity, okay? Because I was the person where I never went out to parties. I never really had fun. I never, got drinks or something. I mean, I'm 19, so anyways. But, and I never really was out living my life, making a lot of memories, taking photos, having fun with friends. And honestly, I didn't even have that many friends. Yes, I had a lot of acquaintances, or I guess friends, but shut up! But I honestly never really had a group. I never really had people that I loved going out with, that I did stuff with. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking kill my dogs. I'm gonna kill them. Chill. You're fine. You're fine. Yes, you are. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Jesus Christ. You are literally going to be the death of me, and I love it. But once I started to be a little bit more lenient, and I started to basically say yes, or I started to make friends and just make random spontaneous plans. In fact, I literally woke up one day and it was like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I called up like 7 of my friends that I hadn't talked to in like a month. And I was like, hey, we're looking to throw a party tonight. You guys want to come? I know it's less than a minute, but like, let's go. Let's do it. Best night ever. Had so much fun. I reconnected with so many people, and now it's like I have so many more friends, and they introduced me to other groups, and now I've been going out every single night, and it's been so amazing. So much to the point where I kind of need to like reel it back in a little bit. But I have felt so good because I am here hustling, doing my routines, going to the gym every day, journaling, meditating, filming content for you guys. But then on the other half, I am also going out and I'm living my life, and I'm having fun, and I'm drawing again, and I am living and going out to dinner and having fun. Like, yes, my bank account is kind of crying at the moment, but even that, I am living such a good life that makes me feel so good. I'm so happy and excited to wake up because I'm getting the benefits of my hustling, of my grind, of my disciplines. However, I am also getting to live the life that I want to live and actually enjoy those things as well, which makes it so much better. Okay. So if you're on the opposite end of that spectrum, where you are going out too much and you're way too spontaneous and you don't really have a lot of structure in your life, then learn how to kind of add and incorporate a little bit of that into. Y'all want the biggest freaking benefit or advice that I've ever given when it comes to living a more structured routine life is actually building a routine. Okay. I literally went on a Google Docs and I typed out everything that I wanted to do in like the first hour to 2 hours of me waking up in the morning. I decided, okay, from now on, I'm going to wake up 30 minutes earlier so I can have the extra time to do this. And I did all of it. Okay. I would immediately wake up and I would meditate. I would journal. I would do certain things. If the routine does not feel aligned to you, if it's not something you genuinely enjoy and are excited to do, then it's not the routine for you. Okay, babe? Experiment, try different methods. You know, if you've been showering at night all your life, shower in the morning now. Or if you've been waking up early, then maybe try waking up a little bit later, but having a more extensive night routine. That, like, things like that. Experiment and have fun with it. That's the point. That's how we grow and evolve. If you try one thing and it doesn't work for you, don't all of a sudden think that meditating or morning routines are just not in the cards for you, okay? Because that's pathetic, okay? Take that clown nose off, babe. 2 more points that I want to make, but they kind of intertwine with each other a little bit, is number 1 is to stop looking forward and to start living now. One of the reasons that I feel so aligned right now is because I am no longer waiting for the plans that I have in 2 weeks to come true, for the party that I'm going to be going to, or the concert that I have scheduled. I'm no longer waiting to go out and do things. I am literally living in the now, okay? And that also means I'm living with my hobbies, my passions. I know what I'm doing in my day. I am happy. I'm excited. I'm doing things that make me feel good. I'm not scrolling. I'm not doing uncomfortable over consumption of things that I know just are not really making me happy and serving me very well. I'm living in the now. And yes, I have a plan for my future. I know where I want to go. I know what I want to do moving forward. However, I am not constantly living in that. I am not constantly visualizing and dreaming of that plan every single second of my day, because I got to the point where I was constantly manifesting so much for my career, for my body, for my physical looks, for everything that I really wanted in my life, that I stopped living in the now. And it got to the point where when I would wake up, I didn't even care. I was just sitting here like kind of just waiting, staring at my damn clock on my phone, being all like, oh, okay, like, well, when's my manifestations gonna come in? When is my next partner? When is my next gym session, or my dream body, or my job promotion, blah, blah, blah. And it just got really sad, because it got to the point where I was like, well, why am I living now then, you know? And that was really the question, where I was just like, okay, I love that I want to grow. I love that I want to do all these things. However, whatever happened to just being in the now? What the hell is even the point of manifesting all these things if I'm not even enjoying them? And so I really just started to look within and be like, okay, well, I already have a great body and I'm really proud of it. I already have an amazing job that I am living in. I already have so many amazing friends and family members that I can go out with, that I can do stuff with. Sure, I'm still waiting for certain things like, you know, maybe a relationship or something, but honestly, I'm in my single girl era, so who even cares about that? But you're still waiting and wanting these things to come in, but you are so desperate for them that you completely neglect everything that is happening in the present moment. And honestly, guys, true happiness and alignment comes when you just start feeling appreciative for the things that you have now. I'm making this video that I'm probably going to upload later today as well, but it's about appreciating the contrast in your life, appreciating the good and the bad moments, because they all serve you in the higher grand scheme of things. In fact, I just had kind of this negative experience with a guy and like dating him, and like I was really triggered, but like I learned a lot from it, so period on that. But I honestly was just happy for it because I was like, I'm learning a lot. This is kind of interesting. This is another story I get to tell my girls. Like, I was like, this is just something fun and stupid. So why do I care? You know, I'm just gonna enjoy life and just live the best that I can. And then the very, very last point, but it's very small. I think it's just something that we all need to be reminded of. And it's something that really can build happiness and fulfillment in your life, is to stop being so judgmental on yourself and on other people. I honestly got to the point where I wanted such high standards in my life for my friends, for my family, for everything, that it's like I got so judgmental, and I was constantly playing the comparison game, and I was comparing this person to that, and social media, and comparing it to reality and all this stuff. And it's like, that is so depressing, and it's not getting you anywhere. In fact, it doesn't even make you feel good at the end of the day. So like, well, why are we doing it? But stop being so judgmental and hard on yourself, and honestly as well, stop being so judgmental and hard on other people as well. It is everyone's first time on this planet. It is everyone's first experience living. And yes, that does not excuse bad behavior. It does not excuse repeated patterns that they should have fixed, that, you know, you did not deserve. However, it allows grace and it allows forgiveness, and it's not always for other people, but it's also for yourself, and it's for the life that you are living. And to just realize, to just be grateful for everything, because at least you're here on this planet able to experience it, you know? So anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video on alignment. I really, really do hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I genuinely really love filming this one. I feel like I've really been in like a really good state of mind recently, and I wanted to kind of share the perspectives and the energy on that for you guys, and honestly for myself. If I ever feel like I'm in a downward spiral again, I can like come back and watch this video and remember that energy, okay? But yeah, guys, anyways, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day and an even better life, and I hope you all found this video educational. If you did not, I at least hope you found it entertaining. And yeah, guys, I will see you all in the next video, okay? Have an amazing day.